Hello friends, this is Ganesh. Hope you are doing great. And sorry, I'm not able to keep videos in last few weeks because of my travel, and I couldn't get a proper time and place to record the videos, and having some issues in my systems. So I believe at least from now onwards, it's going to be a regular basis. I'm able to make some videos and upload it. Okay, and this video I'm going to explain the concept called design time properties in smartphones. It's nothing but I'm able to make, or based on my requirement, I'm able to achieve it in the design time, not at the runtime of your smartphone. Okay, that is the idea of design time properties. It's very simple. We have many components in smartphones, and I can make a decision. Okay, if this is as per the business, if this is the order type, do this. If this is the order type, do this. So I can make design time conditions to in the smartphones to achieve the business requirement. So that kind of components and how we make in conditions, so those things we are going to see in this video. Okay, so let's get into the slides first, and we'll go to the system as well. Okay, so what are the components we have to make um, design time, what do you call it, properties or a decision design. Okay, design time decisions we can make it. So one of the options we have are conditions. So the conditions is available, and conditions and additional events I can say. So these two parts are available in most of the components in your smartphones. It could be available in your Windows text elements, it could be available in your graphic address, and what else, the main window. So most of the components you have these two options are available, conditions and additional events. Okay, so very specific I can say the terminology of the condition is output conditions. Okay, so output conditions is the thing, but you can make a decision whether this particular component is going to execute or not. Otherwise, you can make a decision. It's like, if this is the order type, this is the category from the runtime or from the user. Based on that, you can make a decision. Yes, this component can be executed or cannot be executed. So that kind of conditions you can make it in the design time. Okay, and additional events is nothing but can this component execute in first page of your smartphone or not at the first page of the smartphone, beginning of the first page. So there are some options available. It's a checkbox actually. It's available. This additional events also available in most of the components whatever I have listed, like Windows, what do you call, text elements, graphic, address, those things. Okay, and another one is alternative. So alternative is nothing but a if condition. Very simple. It's a if condition. Whether you are able to make a if condition in the design time, based on that you can make a set of components to be executed in your smartphones. So if the condition is, for example, if the material type is FERT, then you can design, you can start designing it. Okay, if it is FERT, I want this window to be populated, I want this text elements to be executed, I want this graphic, this logo to be executed. If my company code is 1000, if the company code is 2000, I want a different logo. So under the true condition you can have a particular design, you are able to make it. Same thing at the false also. So if the alternative is getting failed and I want this set of components to be executed, so that is also you can able to make it with the help of alternative concept. Another one is the concept called command and folder. Okay, let me go with the other slides. So another one is command and folder, where I can give an examples. It's very easy to understand for you. So these are the 5 things which we are going to see on today's video: conditions, additional events, alternative, command and folder. Okay, so conditions and additional events is available for window, text, address and graphic. As I mentioned, conditions, you can make a condition in the design time. Based on that, that will decide whether the particular component is going to execute or not. And along with that, you have an additional event. So top of, I want to be displayed in the first page, not at the first page. Kind of options also you're able to make it. Another one is alternative. Yes, it's a kind of a condition. If conditions and alternative events like options to trigger the different scenarios is based on true or false. If it is true, set of design. If it is false, another set of design is going to execute. What I mentioned about condition is output conditions, right? In alternative, you have two different conditions are available. Okay, one is output condition, it's by default. Another one is node conditions. Okay, so terminologies, technical terminologies. So output condition is by default one for any component. Okay, it's applicable for your alternative also. Alternative also one of the component, and along with that you have a node condition. Node condition is going to be a true or false options. Okay, so this doesn't have true or false. If it is yes, this component will execute. If it is no, it won't execute. But node condition have an option. If it is a true, execute set of components. If it is false, execute set of components. So that is also available. So only for alternative you have two different conditions. So make sure which one is for what. Okay, so you have output condition and node conditions. So node condition is going to be like this. If it is a node condition true, I can have one more node condition. It's nothing but if else if. Okay, and the same thing, whatever you may write in the code, same way you can design in smartform also. So node condition true, you can have one more node condition, then true or false, or if it is false, you can have a component window, or simply you can have a text. It depends on your requirement. Okay, so it's not restricted only text. You can have whatever you want. You just right click over there in the true. You have a option called true. Just right click, it will come what are options you are able to make it. Okay, I will show you in the system as well. So this is about node conditions. So output condition is not true or false. It's simple output condition, single condition. I will show you that. Command is a place where you are able to make a dynamic page break, because smartform is full of pages. Suppose I want to make a decision, saying that based on some conditions I can say, I can skip my page one. Better from, if this is the particular company code, better you start or better you go to the next page. So page level conditions you are able to make it. So go to this page. If the company code is 1000, just stop and skip and process from page 2. So that is nothing but the command, you can say dynamic page break. Okay, so suddenly stop it and go and jump to the next page. So that we can make it use the help of command. So folder, one particular option for folder is you can collect all the kind of design component. It's for better understanding of your design for you as well as the future developer. So if you want to keep some all kind of relevant components in one folder, yes, go to the folder. Along with that, you're able to make a page protection. So normally in terms and conditions, if you want to keep some paragraphs in a page, so preferable is if the paragraph is not able to fit. And if suppose you have 3 or 4 paragraphs, okay, in a page, and some situations what happens, it's not, the third paragraph is not able to fit in the entire page. So it should not break and go to the next page. It's meaning you should take the entire paragraph, third paragraph, and go to the next page and display it. So that is nothing but a page protection. So that you are able to make it with the help of folder. Okay, so here in this page protection along with the folder, there is an option called smart styles. Okay, normally in the previous versions we have the page protection in smartform itself, but here there are some restrictions, meaning you can able to see this one. Keeping the folder in a main window or keeping the folder in normal window, you have a differentiate in the enabling the page protections. Okay, so in general, in overall, so here in this video I'm going to explain the page protections in the smart styles only. Okay, so not in the smart forms itself. Okay, smart styles is nothing but there's a different transactions where you're going to design, or okay, you're going to design a paragraph and character format. Okay, so maybe it's so far we have not touched that area, so today we're going to see that as well. Not very detailed because it's a little huge concept, so I'm going to explain very few, especially for the page production. Then we can have a separate video to understand the smart styles in very detail. So here a smart style is a different transaction where I'm going to design my paragraph, because smart form is it's kind of output. So my first paragraph could be a different paragraph format, maybe a different font family, font, and like bold, italic, colorful. Okay, and the second paragraph could be a different one. Main window where all the data is going to be displayed. That could be a different format. So everything to be determined or designed in a smart styles. It's a different transaction. Okay, transaction code itself, smart styles. Okay, in that particular smart styles, I'm going to able to create one paragraph format along with the option called page protections, and I will show you how to use that smart style to my folder as well. Okay, so this is about folder. Excuse me. So here, this is for your reference. Output conditions is applicable for window, text, address, graphic, command, folder, or plus alternative. Okay, output condition is something but there's a place where to determine this is going to be executed or not. Simple. Okay, that is called output condition. Node condition is going to be a true or false conditions. So it's not going to determine. Along with the determination, you can have a design as well. So if it is the condition is true, you can have a different design. If it is false, different design. So that is not possible in output condition. Just make sure the difference between node and output conditions. Simple. Okay. Anything else? No, that's it. Okay, that's good. So let's get into the system now. So this is my system, and I designed a smartform already with few details. It's very simple. The main window, especially. So these are things I already done because I don't want to waste your time. So I declared, and this is a structure and a simple select query here. Okay. So these are things already done, nothing much. One page, one main window, and the main window has a loop. It has a text. Simple. Okay. So let's get one by one first. So before that, the person called Gaurav, actually, he just emailed me and just checked is everything is fine because I couldn't see your videos for a couple of weeks. So it's really appreciate Gaurav, which you checked with me, and he asked, "Do you want any help? Let me know if everything is fine from your end." Really, thanks for checking that, Gaurav. And yeah, everything is good from my end. Hopefully, from now onwards, the video is going to be a regular. Let's see. So now what I'm going to do is let's start with output conditions. Okay, for a different components. Here the page, just double click. You don't have an output condition for a page. Okay, so page is going to be displayed as it is. So there is no conditions for a page in this design level. And then if you have okay, let me go to the main window. If you go to the main window, you have a condition here. Okay, so here I'm just, they mentioned called output conditions. So this output condition is common for most of the components in smart forms. Okay, so this is going to determine whether this particular component, here it is called main window, is going to execute or not. You can have a conditions here. What is a field name? It can be a hard-coded conditions, or it can be a variable. Those kind of conditions also available. Along with that, additional event is here. That's what I'm saying. Conditions and additional events. Output condition and additional events are common for most of the components in smart forms. Only on the first page, I want to display only on the first page, one not on the first page, only after end of main window, only before end of main window, only on page. So this is common options. I'm not talking about only for the main window. This is a common options available in most of the components. Okay, so let me have one quick. Okay, I'm in a display mode. Just change, right click, create window, right click, create graphic, right click, create address, maybe inside a window, right click, create text. Okay, then right click, create folder, whatever we have familiarized so far. So I'm using those components. So if you go to any component, I'm going to address now, you have a condition, you have output conditions and additional event. And if you go to graphic, so here you're able to see so the change of the component, and here also you have output condition, additional event. Window, yes, you have the same, and folder, yes, you have conditions and additional event. Text, Yes, text also you have a output condition and additional event. Okay, so let's see one by one. Let me take this out. I don't want, because I need to give address number, otherwise I will give an error. Graphic, probably it might affect my format. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, I don't want a folder also. Let's see one by one. So in window, I'm going to have a condition. Okay, let me have a condition dynamically. So let's go to the form interface. So it depends on the one which I receive from the form interface, maybe from the user side. Depends on that, I'm going to decide whether this window is going to be execute or not. So I have a variable. This is also by, I just make it ready already. I am test type character 3. Okay, so this is one of the variable which receives the value. I'm going to make use of this variable to determine my window to be executed or not. Go here, conditions, and here I'm going to say IM test. Okay, just click this button. You have an option. What kind of conditions you're going to give? Single value, greater than or equal to, depends on your own requirement. I go with a very simple one, single value. So IM test is, excuse me, yes. Okay, or I can say IM test is it's a character 3, right? Okay, ABC, or so if you say, if you want to AND conditions, okay, equal to some other value like ABC. Okay, suppose if you want to see, so don't think about very logically, so just for some sample I just give different values over here. Suppose I want to specify a OR condition. Okay, so without anything, if you added the values, it may be a different value or different variable or a same variable. It's nothing but two conditions to be satisfied, and conditions. So without anything, if you started listed your variables or listed your conditions, those are considered as and all condition to be satisfied to display this window, to execute this window. Okay, so you feel, no, I won't go with the OR conditions, then what you can do is you can have an option here, insert OR. Just click OR. Okay, then you can have a OR condition here. So whether it could be a capital ABC or small ABC, this window is going to execute. Okay, if it is other than the value whatever I described here, then it is not going to display it. So let me have a text on general attribute. Go to change editor. So today that particular MS board concept is not working. I'm not sure why. Window executed. Okay, excuse me, F3 and act worded. I have a main window which has a content. Let me do one thing. For a time being, I'm going to disable, or I'm going to make a condition whether it should not execute my main window. So I'm saying we will go the loop level. Yeah, loop level. I'm saying 1 equal to 2. So this is not going to be executed at all. So 1 equal to 2 is a hard-coded value. Normally you might use this. This is one simple simplest way to hold anything in the existing smartphone, because smartphone is sometimes a very complex design. You don't know how to comment a particular component. So just make use of this condition. So 1 is equal to 2. What happens? This loop is not going to execute anymore, at least for time being. Act worded, because I want to show you only the window now. So window is ABC, then it's going to execute, otherwise it won't. It's fine. Activated it, execute. So I have an option here, ABC. I didn't select this because I have a condition, either small or capital, it works. So if it is case sensitive, you can make use of this option. Okay, let me execute this. Okay, so this you might have an output device and front-end printer. It depends on your configurations. You might have your own printer name over there. Okay, so forget about it, no issues, and click print preview. So window executed. The main window is not executed because I made the output condition 1 equal to 2, so it's not going to execute. So this, yes, it's executed. Now if we give a different value, let's see how it behaves. So instead of ABC, I can say ABD, execute print preview, it's empty, nothing. Okay, because I have output condition to the component level. Okay, so if it is not satisfied, it won't execute the entire component. Clear? Okay, go back. Okay, so it's this output component, you can make it wherever you require. Okay, so now window text loop also we have seen, we have added a condition. This is the symbol for the output conditions. Okay, in loop also we have added it. Okay, let me just delete this, then execute. Let's see the output. Okay, I need to show this as well, right? Execute, execute ABC and execute. Front view. Okay, so some values, PO number, item, material, and material type. Okay, so I have 5 pages now. So go back. An additional condition, just play around. So now what I'm going to say, I'm saying one not on first page. I have 5 pages, right? So not on first page. I don't want to display this window on my first page. Activate it. And this is a checkbox. Some scenarios you're not able to check both the ones, like I can select only on first page, not on first page. Okay, so execute. You will get a syntax error saying that don't select both. ABC and execute. Preview. So my first page is empty, means the window I'm saying, not in the main window, the window. It doesn't have the, it is not displayed actually. Page 2, yes. Page 3, yes. 4, yes. 5, yes. Okay. So these are the use of additional events. It's a common, the functionality is common for any component, not only for window, where a text loop, wherever it's applicable. Okay. So if you say only on first page, not on first page, and I'm going to say check, it shows clearly the chosen combination of activated events not allowed. Okay, so even though it's a checkbox, there is a validation. So just play around with additional events based on your own requirement. Okay, so next is we're going to see about alternative. So alternative is right click, and before that I want to show you like what can be possible under the component. So under the page you have option, you can have a page, you can have a window, you can have a graphic and address. Okay, if you right click a window, you have an option called window graphic address, and you have a text, table, template, flow logic, folder, and everything, alternative loop. Okay, so it depends on your component, this options might differ. It's not always you have a window under the window. Okay, so it depends. Window you can able to have one more window, but again probably for graphics I believe so. If you right click create, you can have a graphic, but under the graphic you cannot have a window. Okay, so the window option is got disabled. Okay, rest all, yes, it's possible. Okay, so these are depends on the component which we are going to be right clicked. Okay, so these are just for your reference. Okay, so now right click, I don't want this, delete it. Okay, now I'm going to create alternative. So alternative is available here. So right click your window or the component and create flow logic alternative. So it depends on the code level. So it's coming under flow logic. So once you select, you have an alternative, and as I always mention, give a proper name so it's be easy for you as the future developer. And the conditions is, this is the icon, so you have a true or false icons, and here for the condition, yes, you have a output conditions over here. right? You can able to see. And where is a node? This is normal like your loop or Windows, normal like other components. And where I can see my node conditions, go to general attributes. In the general attributes, you're able to see node conditions. So the template is exactly same, but the functionality is different. Okay, so this condition, output condition, is for the entire conditions, but here this condition is going to determine whether it's going to be execute the design coming under true or the design coming under false. Okay, so now I'm going to have a node conditions. So what I can do is node condition. IM test. Okay, let me go with this one. IM test equals yes. Okay, then go, if this condition, node condition, is getting true, then it's going to follow the design of this true. So under the true, what you can have, you cannot have a window again. That is a restriction. Okay, in the true option, you can have either a graphic, you can have address, text, table, template, you can have one more alternative program lines, command, everything, but not the window. Okay, so let me have one more alternative over here. So I have a condition 38 here and condition 41, if else if, kind of. Okay, so here you can have whatever you want. I'm going to very simple concept here, 1 equal to 1. Okay, so then I'm going to have a true, then I'm going to have false. So under the true, you can have the separate design also, not only the text field. Okay, so under the false, maybe I can have only the text. Right click text. So I'm going to give a small information if it is false. Change editor. Condition 1 false, statement executed. Okay, so please forget about any spelling mistake. Maybe I can have text. Right click, create a text, just for our reference. Okay, and then I can have one more condition also. Go to change editor, condition 1 true, statement executed. Okay, and then here let me have create text. Go to change editor, condition 2 true, statement executed, and finally false. You can have whatever you want. So here I just go with the text. You can have address, you can have a graphic, or you can have a program lines, everything. Condition, sorry, condition 2 false, statement executed. Okay, almost we are ready with the alternative. Okay, so let's see how it behaves. So anyway, this condition is always going to be true because I mentioned 1 to 1. Here I mentioned only node condition, not output condition. Here also I mentioned only node, no output conditions. Okay, good. So IM test is yes. Okay, act toward it. Execute. So this is going to be case sensitive because I have only one condition, so I'm going to use this option, yes, and execute. Print preview. So okay, got it, because it's inside the window. The window is not executed because of the output condition. The output condition for the window is ABC, right? So let me, yeah, this is inside. The alternative is coming inside the window. Got it? Inside the window, this one. So what I have to do, I have to change the conditions. Or I can say, let me have one more or. Keep the cursor or condition. Okay, I am test equals yes. Good. So now it should work. Backward and execute it. Execute it. Yes, yeah, it's a case sensitive. Select this, execute, and print review. Okay, because I have an option alternative condition selected, not in the first page, so that is the reason it's not display. I believe. Then go to the next one. Yes. So condition one, true statement executed. Okay, it's followed in this all the pages because it's a what do you call kind of static window. Okay, so if it is no, then it goes to the other text field, but before that you have to just do a change here. Okay, so let me take out the conditions. Take out this as well. Just let me have an open window, no conditions, nothing. So the symbol also gone. It just open. Okay, so activate it. Excuse me, and execute. Execute. So it's no. Print preview. So condition one, false statement executed. Okay, good. So I believe the space is not enough. Otherwise, the condition two also should come because it's an open condition. It should come with the S statement. So let me have the form painter little, the window a little bigger. Let's see. Okay, activate. It should execute for S. If it is yes, it should execute this, and it should go here. It should execute this as well and execute here. Let's see. Execute S, case sensitive, execute, print preview. Yes, yeah. Condition one, true statement executed. Condition two, true statement executed, and window executed. Okay, it's normal text. Clear? So hope you have a clear idea about the alternative. So alternative is not only for text. You can have the entire design depends on your business need. Okay. So let's see the next one. The next one is going to be the command. So let's have this. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I have some loop and it has some data. Depends on the data I'm going to decide. So command is especially for the page level determination. Okay. So now if you have a command, I'm going to keep the command inside the loop. Yeah, it's possible. So go to flow logic and command. So here the different symbol. If you see the command, go to the general attribute, you have an option called go to new page. Okay. So for this, let me have a page, just a page, new page, and I want the same main window here. So copy and paste it. Okay. So now I'm going to have a command. I didn't have a condition, but I'm going to make a decision. If the condition satisfies, go to page 2. Okay. So what is the condition? Go here. Again, this is called the output condition. I keep the command inside the loop so I can access the work area. So the work area of the material type MTART equals hard-coded value FERT. Okay, if the material type is FERT, if S, better go to page 2. So whether it can be the first record or it can be a last record, middle of the record, whenever you encounter the material type value is FERT, switch to page 2. Okay, means follow the page 2 design. So here the page 2 design is nothing, you have only main window. Maybe depends on the requirement, we can have a different designs in the page 2. So we are saying that follow the page 2 design if the condition satisfies. Act toward it. Our condition is FERT. Let's see how it works. And it's not only one. Whenever there is a FERT, it goes to the, it's ready to follow the page 2 design. So that is the idea. So if you have 10 different, 10 record has FERT, so 10 times it's going to start working, start following the design, page 2 design. Okay. Okay, so so this doesn't going to work with anything for the main window. This is for our normal window. S, and let me execute. Print preview. So now I think I don't have. We have a FERT. Let's see. Or was it C ra down? I don't have FERT. Okay. For first 200 records. That's what I mentioned the between. Let's see. Let me do one thing. Let me choose AEM. It has very less records, only 2. Let's go to use AEM. Okay. If my condition is going to be AEM. AEM. Okay. Act ordered. Then execute. Yes. Okay, sensitive. Just print review. Yep. So now the page get extended to 7 because I showed only 2 records. So whenever there is a AEM, it's started following the design of page 2. AEM. It has only 1 record because very next record also has the material type AEM. So again it starts from here to follow the page 2 design. So then it's display the rest of the data. Okay, so this is the way where you can able to achieve the page break. Okay, dynamic page break depends on the value or data. So how you're going to determine. Everything is based on your requirement. So this is the way which we are using the concept called command. Okay, and final one is folder. Excuse me. So command, you have condition. Here also you have, excuse me, additional event for your command. Okay, and you can have and or whatever you want, you can have it. So another one is a folder. Okay, so folder is a place where you are able to keep all your components, similar components for your design. So maybe I can show you right here. Right click, folder, and inside the folder you can have graphic, address, text, but not the window. Okay, and text, table, template, flow logic, whatever you want, you are able to keep it. Okay, and here what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the page break, how we are going to achieve the page break using the folder concept. For that, I'm going to use a concept called Smart Styles. Even though you have an option here, go to folders. So page protection, you can see it's a disable mode, but you can keep this folder inside the main window. It's enabled. Okay, but I have tried this, but it's not executed as expected. So that is the reason I prefer go with the Smart Styles to achieve the page protection option. Okay, I will show you that. And what I have to do is here unfortunately there's a rental system, so sometimes it behaves, works fine. The word, maybe the last one I have tried, I am able to see the word over here, it means MS Word, the window or the editor I can say, but here it happens something, some issues happens, they refreshed or they did something, again it's gone. Okay, so I'm going to have another smart form which has a text format, which has a long lengthy text, because page break I want to show you with the help of some lengthy paragraph. So I'm going to switch from this smart form to the previous smart form, especially to show the folder concept along with the page break. Okay, so one second. So here you go, a smartphone which has a folder with text and enable the page production. This can be possible once the folder is inside the main window. If you keep the folder in the normal window or outside the main window, this option is not enabled. Okay, so it's fine. Activate. So it has some paragraphs. This copy paste same paragraph is repeated in the text. I will show you that also. Execute and execute. This also has a parameter, so you can say yes and execute. Okay, sensitive. Click print preview. So here you can see the folder. This is one paragraph, this is one paragraph, right? And if you see end of the page, this is a paragraph, it's not end, the paragraph is not ended automatically, it's went to the next page. Okay, not with the entire paragraph. So it's a kind of a normal flow. It goes to next page whenever, depends on the size of your window. It just keep the content and the remaining contents go and flow in the next page. It's fine, but if you want to achieve the page protection, excuse me, page protection, meaning I want the entire paragraph to be moved to the next fresh page, then you have to achieve the page protection. Even though the page protection option is selected, it's not happening in your output, because you have to achieve this using a smart style option. Okay, so go back, you can see the option I have enabled it. Okay, so now what I can do is I'm going to create smart styles, and I'm going to apply the style with this option, then see how it behaves to the page production. Okay, so the transaction for smart styles is smart styles. It's again a lengthy transaction in SAP. T smart STYLES. No, it's not typing here. Okay. Okay, smart styles, enter. Okay, so CGI styles, create. Okay, so forget about it, because I will explain little later the entire smart style transaction. Now we want to achieve the page protection, okay, using this. So you have option called paragraph and character format. So I need a paragraph format for this. So right click, okay, it's in display mode. Just change. Okay, sorry, that was correct. Right click, create node. Okay, so every paragraph format needs maximum of at least, or not minimum of at least 2 characters. So this paragraph format is P1. Continue. Okay, so I can say default paragraph format, left line, right line, whatever it is. We are not going to bother about these things now. We need to achieve the page production. So come a little down, text flow, apply this page production, save it and check it and activate it. Okay, contains error. Very good. Okay, so the error would be standard paragraph is not filled. Okay, smart styles has a default options to be maintained in the header data. That's what it's also mentioned. Standard paragraph is not filled. So go to header data. You have to mention what is standard paragraph, meaning you can have n number of page format. Suppose any of your window, any of your text, the page format is missing. Okay, and then system recognize if there is no explicitly maintained paragraph format, then always go to the default paragraph format. That is another one, standard paragraph format. So you got to mention it. So as per our design, I have only one. I don't have more than one. So let's select that one as a standard paragraph format. Save it. Okay. So these are mandatory ones. So I'm just using it. So I will explain very detailed a little bit later. So copy this now. Go to your smart form, which is the one, this one, oh, and this one. Okay, and apply. Paste it. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether you selected or not. So apply this because we apply the smart style. This smart style has a paragraph format which has page protection. Okay, so now act toward it. Execute. Execute. Yes. Print preview. So here you can able to see folder and everything. So let's see how it's carried. Okay, yeah. So here what happens? It's just completed the paragraph, and if it is the space is not enough for the another paragraph, it automatically move the entire paragraph to the next page. So now it's page 2 of 4. Page 2 of 4. So see here it start with the entire paragraph, and maybe the end of the paragraph, end of the page, yes, and the third page also the similar one. Okay, so this is a way you are able to achieve the page protection. Yeah, so hope you have an idea about the few components in smartform, especially it's used widely for many designs in smartforms like conditions, folder, and then comment, then alternative. So everything is used, and then conditions, whatever you have over here, and output condition, then node condition, additional event. So a lot of options available. At least you should aware of it. Then it's very easy for you to apply whenever there is a requirement based on the need. Okay, just play around with this, and if you have any doubt, please let me know. Thank you so much for your time, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.